Hello and welcome back to our channel. As you all know, we have recently moved to Calgary, Alberta from Toronto, Ontario. Today, we will be sharing our process of how we plan this move. It might be helpful for some of you who are currently in different provinces and are planning to move to Alberta. Below are the 5 simple steps that we followed while making a move to Alberta. So we had two different ways of making our plan to move to Calgary. One of the way was to either just directly pack our bags and move to Calgary and then find a condominium on rent until we were able to buy a home for ourselves. The problem with this approach was that we will have to end our lease in Toronto and sign a new lease in Calgary in a new apartment. However, if we find a new home in the first few months of searching in Calgary, then we'll have to break the new lease again. The new lease would be usually 6 months or at least 11 months long, which was not something feasible for us. The other plan which we actually followed was first to visit Calgary for a week, where we stayed in an Airbnb. Our Airbnb location was very near to the region in Calgary where we were actually planning to buy a home. This was really helpful as most of the homes that we wanted to buy were walkable from our Airbnb location. It also helped us in determining how the neighborhood is. Where are all the grocery stores located, and are there any Calgary transit bus routes reachable to that area? Our approach was that if we were to meet our realtor and see if the listings that we can put an offer on and see if we can close the deal. If not, at least we can meet our realtor to see how we are liking the properties in Calgary. And then we can be back in Toronto and do virtual viewing with our realtor in Calgary through video calls and do the buying process completely online. However, we were extremely lucky that during our first visit to Calgary, we were able to find few townhomes that we really liked, and they were priced in a range which was very close to our budget. Another important thing was timing. We chose to visit Calgary in late December, which was very close to the winter holidays time. This timing was very unique as even though there were not a lot of listings available in the market, the advantage was that there are very few buyers in the market who are actually willing to buy a home in late December, early January time. This helped us a lot as it was easy for us to get appointments to view the listings, and when we put an offer on the townhome that we liked, there was no competition. So we didn't have to go through any bidding wars with the interested buyers. The most important thing was that our finances were ready well ahead of time. I had invested already $8,000 in my FHSA account for the year 2023, and I also had enough savings in my RRSP to make sure that I can take full advantage of the first time home buyer incentive in Canada. Other than home down payment, we had enough money to pay for our movers and packers, flights from Toronto to Calgary and back, Airbnb, food, and Uber while doing the move. Let me remind you that these expenses are not insignificant, and you need to make sure that you stick to a fixed budget. Do not overspend a lot on it, but at least keep a budget of $3,000 to $4,000 to cover these expenses. I will also be sharing how to redeem your FHSA and RRSP investments before closing and what all you need to be careful about during the redemption process in the next video. So please stay tuned to our channel and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed to our channel. For moving, we booked Centennial Moving, a transportation company who are experts in the interprovincial moving. In my first call with them, they explained to me the entire process and sent me an online form in which I had to give them an estimate of approximately how much bags, boxes, and furniture items I have in my Toronto apartment so that they can give me a rough quotation. For packing, the items they requested that it's better that I do the packing myself for all my items except the furniture. Otherwise, they had an additional packing charge per item. So we had to go and buy boxes for packaging our items. First, I was looking at Amazon to buy the cartons online. But then I found Walmart and Home Depot sell moving boxes in their stores. So we just went to these stores and bought few medium, large and small as well as an extra large box to fit our needs. Also, please make sure that you buy a Scotch brand heavy duty tape to pack all your boxes, as regular tape is not strong enough to hold heavy boxes firmly. As you can see, the price of small, medium, large and extra large boxes in the stores range from $3 to $6. So Overall, I was able to complete my packing in just under $30. On the day of the move, their truck was on time for picking up of our items. There were two people and they both worked very hard in terms of picking up our heavy boxes and placing them carefully in the truck, labeling each and everything, especially the breakable glassware. They also disassembled our bikes and furniture and packed them in blankets before placing them in their truck. Whole process was very easy and seamless. After the truck left, we just had our empty apartment to ourselves. If you have not seen the video, please go and watch it on our channel. You can also find the link in the description sections below. Well, lastly, when all our stuff was gone, it was time for us to relax and finally leave the city of Toronto. We already had our flights booked, so we just finally flew on 29th of January and stayed again in an Airbnb for 3 days so that we can complete our closing formalities and take the possession on 1st of February. We got our delivery of items and furniture after 3 weeks. The truck left our apartment in Toronto on 26th January. It took them 24 days in total to move everything from Toronto and deliver it to us here in Calgary on 19th February. Their delivery was also very seamless. The driver called us in advance and informed us that we can expect the truck to be at our place by 3 p.m. They were on time and they kept all the boxes in their designated routes. They unpacked all the furniture items and assembled them back. They also had mats to protect our carpet floors while moving, which was really an exceptionally good service from them. Please email us directly at tanujharshita@gmail.com if you want exclusive deals, discounts whenever you are planning to make the move and you want a trusted movers and packers. So this completes our move from Toronto to Calgary in just 4 weeks. We planned everything so well and far in advance, that's why we were stress-free throughout our move. Even then, we were a bit anxious due to so many things happening simultaneously and so much money was involved in the entire buying and moving process. So please be careful to keep your finances in check and if possible, make sure to increase your credit card limits so that you can make some of these payments in advance without getting a financial burden all at once. I hope this video helped you a lot and you were able to gain some insights as we have tried to break it down and make this process simple for you. If you have any questions, doubts or concerns, you can post them in the comment sections below. Email us directly on our email ID and we can set up a one-on-one meeting on my TopMate account. Details will be available in the description sections below. Don't forget to like this video if you love our content and share it with your friends, colleagues and family too. We will see you next time with more such informative content. Till then, take care and bye-bye.